your day.
All mine, all mine. All right, guys. All right. So, first of all, hello everybody. Welcome to Fathers and Finances, another fantastic edition. This week we got everybody. We got all four horsemen. You got me, Isaac. We got our brother Trevor. How you doing, man?
Wonderful, sir. Thank you much.
Awesome, awesome. We got the green-eyed bandit, Mr. Marcus Hunt. How you doing, brother?
Good, man. Good. Glad to be here as usual, man. Doing good.
Awesome. And of course, we got Smoothness himself, Mr. Patrick Black Tie Graves.
Yes, Mr. Cal.
What's up, brother? Criminal. Hey, Patrick is the favorite of Trevor's daughter out of all four of us, right?
I told him last time, don't do that to me.
I had to mess with both of y'all, man.
Trevor, you should have did that on the low. You should have hit me up like, yeah.
I know, right?
You should have said it out here, man. You would have had that discussion. It would have been behind the past.
Hey, look, y'all know y'all would have got me too. So hey, it is what it is. Y'all would have got me as well.
So speaking of daughters, we got there a new edition, of that in the world, Isaac?
Yes, it is.
Congratulations,
I told you I had applied for a name change. And you know how when you do a name change, you got to wait for the paperwork to come through. Well, my paperwork came through on July 4th. So it was long.
Wow, independent.
Yeah, right. Long pregnancy, long delivery, long labor. But my daughter-in-law is a trooper, man. She absolutely came through, had that baby on July 4th. Actually, today is my son's birthday. So while I'm on here, happy birthday, son. I absolutely love you. I'm coming down to see you in just a moment. But he and my daughter-in-law had a brand new baby girl. I'm absolutely ecstatic. Obviously, I would like to show a picture right now, but my daughter-in-law is like, listen, all pictures have to be approved by me. So rest assured, the next time you see me, I'm gonna have an approved picture behind my head. So, man, it's absolutely awesome.
So Isaac, when you heard the news, I know you've been talking to us every meeting about in anticipation of where you are now, and now that you're here now, what's the first thing that you was thinking about as regards to your granddaughter?
Well, man, I just really want to say this real quick, man. Having a granddaughter, I mean, it's special and not special. I mean, there's so many people every day that have granddaughters, grandsons, the whole nine. So it's not like, it's brand new to me, but that I understand that not everybody is excited about it, obviously, as I am. But what makes me so excited is that where I am in the circle of life. And, I remember being exactly where my son is now and watching my parents act a fool and be so happy or what have you. And then I watched them save for they've got 5 grandchildren. So they've put money aside for all 5 grandchildren. Now, I wish that they had done it in IULs, but still they set money aside for them. And so I now find myself in the same exact position that my parents were in. And, man, first of all, this whole legacy thing, when you see that's the one that had the baby, that's my son there. When you see him go in your footsteps and try to be a man and follow the things that you've taught and raised him to do, and then go out and start his own family. And then, that just brings a whole nother meaning to it. And so trying to understand this legacy really does mean something different to me at this time. At a certain point, like when we were talking about legacy, I understood it, but I feel it now. I don't know if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I knew that that's something that I wanted to do, but in looking at her, I felt legacy. I don't know if I'm even describing it right. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're good. That's definitely what we all would or should be thinking about when it comes to our family and our future generations. just making sure you have the necessary things in place. And life is beautiful, period. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Life is amazing. And to have that, you being, it's your first grandbaby. Look, I got 8 siblings. I think my Charlie, look, bro, Charlie made like 23 grandbabies for my mom, and 3 of my siblings haven't started having kids yet. So it's
What?
bananas.
How many?
Like 24.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, and like three of my siblings haven't started having kids yet. Two or 3. Yep.
Man.
Big Mama's house. Big Mama's
For
house.
real.
And look, I it's so crazy because I'm a great uncle at 30. I have 2 nieces with daughters. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yes, it's bananas. But yeah, it's definitely, legacy is definitely what you want to leave. And you definitely want to do what you can to educate and show them, you know what I mean? Because what you have in place is part of showing them, you know what I mean, on top of educating them what, how you should leave that legacy for, your future generations when you're not here no more.
Right. Well, man, one thing I definitely want to do almost immediately. I know I can't do it now. I got to wait. It's been 2 days, so I got 13 more days. But in 13 more days, I can open up an IUL for my baby girl and start saving for her future and start compounding that
I
interest for her
ran
future.
numbers on that, Isaac.
So what now?
I just ran numbers on that.
Oh, you did? What they say? She gonna be a baller? Is that what they say?
I did it at 150 a month. I did that right from age 1. Okay. By the time she reaches age 45, there's over $285,000 in cash value. Okay, sitting at age 45. Right?
What was the face value? What was the face value you did?
I did it straight up 7 pay $230 a month, or $230 is the face amount. I just did a regular minimum 7 pay.
You didn't max fund.
A month.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, the simplest one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it starts up at $230 of the death benefit, and that's at 150. So understand, I mean, grandchildren are probably the best kind of kids to have, because grandparents, they take care of them, right? There's always grandma and grandpa that don't want to follow the rules, okay? When it comes to taking care of their grandchild. So I know your grandbaby gonna be straight, because look at our grandfather, okay? The one thing that he teaches and promotes and lives and breathes about, he'll be able to instill that in his granddaughter and have a living proof of what this can do and the power of it, and to be able to start at, I don't know anyone personally that has had an IUL from age 1, okay, until your granddaughter gets hers. Right.
Well, no,
so,
Tazeen.
Mine's did.
Yeah.
You know me.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. So I mean, I'm that right there makes me excited, because I was thinking about it last night. I had a policy to do, and this one individual wanted to get something in her I think her kid's policy, his name, and she asked me what would be the best reason for that. I said, well, one reason is your child can have insurance now, okay, that he or she may not be able to qualify for once they're older, okay? So you become a policy owner, all right? Your child is still the one that's insured, all right? And you can give that policy over to your child when you feel it's time. What you're literally doing is you're giving your kid free insurance. Because if anything was to happen to your child in between now and when they try to get insurance that they can qualify for, okay, there you go. Bye-bye insurance. All right. So look at it from that standpoint. Okay. You are going to give your grandbaby free insurance that she won't have to qualify for, take a medical for. She can catch whatever. I won't even say it. Right. Okay. But other people that can't get insured because of whatever disease or ailment or sickness or whatever that they didn't have when they were a child, okay? And that sickness, that ailment now stops them from getting insurance. That's what parents, that's how you have to look at it. That's how I view it, okay? Because we never know what's going to happen.
Man, I've been doing that for a long time, brother. I ain't never thought about it from the standpoint of protecting them that early from something that could happen down the line.
That could stop it, because, and she goes, oh my gosh, that is so profound. That's brilliant. I said, I know it is, I'm brilliant. I said, that's what you gotta do, okay? Right? Because especially in our culture, okay?
Right.
I had a client that wants this so bad, but I didn't know that he had sickle cell, okay? And I said, bruh, that ain't gonna get nothing. Yeah, you done with that. Now, there is a company that will insure you, but dude, you're gonna be rated and it's gonna be 4 times the premium, okay? And I said, when did you find this out? 2 years ago. Damn, I said, what? You're 2 years late. Okay. And
how you found out he got sickle cell as a grown person? I don't understand that.
Because he just came from, well, I don't want to spot him out, but he just came from Africa. So I don't know what they do over there as far as, you know, testing and stuff, but he just found out. Okay. Healthy kid, healthy cat. Okay. I don't know what it does to the body as far as the disease. I don't know if it puts you down or what, but that scenario gave me that thought that, oh man, you know what? Parents have to look at this thing the smart way. Okay. If you're not going to protect yourself, right, whatever reason, protect your kid. Okay. And get them a policy that you can afford, that you know they can afford. And that way, when that time comes, you're transferring that policy over to your child, and they have, and it's already there because they're the insured, okay? And your child would never have to go through anything again to try to qualify for the insurance policy. And if they do come down with something, they straight.
Yeah.
Indeed. You know, man, we always talk about this IUL, and what's his name? Tom Joyner used to have this little skit on in the 90s that said, ask the white man. And so basically he would say truths that Black people need to hear. But then he'd have a white man come on, and say it so that people would believe it.
Right.
So
he's a clown for that.
If y'all don't mind, man, sparing 2 minutes. I want to show this video. I want to show this video. I want to show this video for anybody that's watching.
Show, damn it, show it.
Right.
So that they can see this and have if they don't want to hear it from us, they can have somebody else explain it to them. Hold on one second. I'm gonna share my screen here real quick.
Roll the clip, OC. Roll the clip.
Yeah, buddy.
Hold on, man.
Hello, everyone. Arturo Johnson here.
Oh, Lord.
And in case you missed it, I posted a map.
There we go.
Time ago. So you're ready to start saving for your kids' future. You already understand the power of compound interest over time. So you know, any savvy guy once said, someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. So you're ready to start saving for your kids' future. You already understand the power of compound interest over time, so you know the sooner you start, the better. So where should you be saving that money? Let's talk about perhaps the most powerful and least known savings vehicle for kids on the market, Indexed Universal Life, or IUL. IUL stands out against all other savings vehicles in one main area of strength: flexibility. Other financial vehicles lock you into what you can use your savings on, but an IUL can be a first car, a college education, a down payment on a house, a wedding. IUL cash value can be used however, whenever, and on whatever you choose. Plus, since it's built on a financial chassis of life insurance, your child is instantly covered with hundreds of thousands of dollars of permanent life insurance with living benefits, simply as a side benefit of utilizing IUL as your choice of savings vehicle. Now, don't freak out. The fact that it's life insurance is actually a good thing. Life insurance cash value comes with a ton of unique side benefits, like your cash value being protected from market losses, cash value growing tax deferred and being accessible tax-free, protection from lawsuits, and IUL cash value is not considered in asset calculations when applying for student loans for college. So, what could one of these policies look like for your kiddo? Let's say you had a baby today, and to take maximum advantage of the power of compound interest over time, you immediately start socking away $100 per month into an IUL. Right away, your child is now covered with $371,000 of permanent life insurance coverage with living benefits. That's a pretty nice little side benefit. And that financial foundation you establish for them today will continue to grow with them over the years and be available throughout their lifetime for whatever they need or want to use it for. Plus, if they don't access that money, right around retirement, their IUL is conservatively projected to hit $1 million of cash value. And at age 65, they could turn on a tax-free income stream of $75,000 per year that will last them the rest of their lives, no matter how long they live. The point is, they have options. IUL is the most flexible savings vehicle for children on the market, and the best time to plant that seed is today.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I love that video, man. Absolutely love it. Because it makes it real simple. It's 2 minutes long. It's talking about saving something for your children. And like the guy said, you know, you and I,
But we can hear you.
Hold on a minute. My thing is still going off. My apologies. I'm like, where did that come from? They just switched to another video. But what I was going to say was, I was like, who's talking over us? It was my computer. But no, you know, we do this for a living. So we've seen, you know, they said conservatively speaking, they'd have, you know, and they had a little drip or whatever going on. But we've seen where it's been considerably more money, more cash value. I think $38,000 at age 36 or something like that. And I've seen it way more than that. Obviously, you know, they did it at 100. We do it at 150 or 200 most times. And I know that's what I intend on doing mine. So I just wanted somebody else other than us, a white man, to kind of validate that what we're saying. You know how we do. You know, unless it's coming from somebody else, we don't believe in it. So, like I said, I got
you hurt somebody's feelings, Isaac. You hurt somebody's feelings just now.
I probably did, but it don't matter. I mean, man, listen, the truth is the truth. You know, the truth is the truth. I'm not worried about that in the least. The other thing that I know that I'm glad, you know, 2020 had a lot of challenges. One thing that I'm glad about with 2020 is that I met Trevor, and Trevor has taught me a lot and advised me a lot about taxes in particular and how to leave wealth. So, you know, I'm extremely excited about that because I plan on leaving wealth to my children and on leaving to my grandchildren. And, you know, y'all heard me, and I'm not going to get into it, but y'all heard me get really disappointed and upset about listening to Black people talking about they don't want their children to come up on their debt and how other cultures don't think like that at all. So I'm excited to try to, you know, do that. Trevor, if you don't mind, man, act like I'm a client, bro. Don't give all the stuff out, but tell me how you would advise somebody like me. I know you got to save some for the classes, bro. So don't put that out there. But tell somebody like me, man, that wants to leave some wealth. What would you advise them to do and how to avoid taxes?
I would definitely
mitigate taxes. Let me say mitigate taxes. I don't want to say avoid.
Yes,
mitigate.
Yes. I would definitely, you know, tell you to get these vehicles that are tax advantage, you know, vehicles, because there's a difference between tax advantage vehicles and tax qualified vehicles. Tax qualified vehicles are any vehicle where you earn the interest tax free or tax deferred, and then you realize that once you withdraw. Okay, so there's a big difference between tax deferred, a tax advantage, and tax qualified. Most of our insurance products are not most. I'm sorry. The insurance products are tax qualified. Okay, which means that they grow tax free, and you can pull it out tax free. And that's the difference. Then I would say, once you create the vehicle, okay, that protects the money, grows the money, secures the money, all right, now you make everyone be a part of that process. In other words, create a family trust or a family, corporation, and make everyone in the family owners of that. All right, and that will definitely, I use a safe word and say mitigate the transfer of taxes to your loved ones, because essentially when you don't have to pass anything on, you don't pay no, you create that taxable event, and you don't pay anything as the one that's passed on, and you don't pay anything as the one that received. So the key here to do it is, now you need to get a CPA and attorney to do it right. But basically, what you're doing is you're making the entire family owners of the wealth. So that way, the wealth doesn't change hands, because the family already owns it, and there's no taxes that will be created from that.
So let me ask you this. Say we start a corporation and I own 51% of the shares, and then I'd pass away and I will the shares to my children equally. That's not a taxable event?
You wouldn't will that. What you would do is you wouldn't put that, you would put that corporation into a trust, okay? Whereas, and you would set up trust, you would set up fiduciary duties within that trust, okay? Which would say, for example, if the majority shareholder of this corporation becomes incapacitated or can't perform his duties anymore, my so-and-so or my wife or my son, I'm now gifting and granting them my shares of my portion of the company. So that way you don't have to create what's called a charging order. Because if you wanted to sell your shares to your son or your family member, the judge will have you create a charging order, which is to sell the shares. So you don't want to sell the shares, because if you sell the shares, okay, or transfer them, then you're going to create the taxable event. So you put it in your trust, you specify in your trust, upon this, I want this to happen, and make this doesn't create the taxable event. That's how you do it.
Gotcha. So y'all out here messing around and not listening and getting these gems out here, getting these nuggets. You going, he just told you go see your CPA or what have you to go get this done. But man, you ain't getting these nuggets from nowhere else. You're not getting these nuggets from nowhere else, man. You're getting it from
you can literally, or what you could do is you could put everything into what's called a pocket trust. And a pocket trust is a trust where whoever holds on to the trust is the owner of that trust. So you could structure it to where, if the matriarch or the patriarch of the family gets to a point where he can't make any more decisions or whatnot, the trust automatically transfers to a pocket trust, okay? To where whoever now holds that trust, okay, is the owner of that wealth. And they can now establish new parameters based on what you want. So everything that you don't want to happen, you put it in the trust and it won't happen. If you don't want to pay taxes, put it in the trust and it won't happen.
So that's a pocket trust. Now, how? Just real quick, man, how is that different than just your standard regular trust?
Because a pocket deed of trust, the type of mechanism it's where whoever possesses the actual document is the owner of whatever this trust is.
So it's literally the physicality of the document.
Yes. If I put all of my wealth in this pocket trust, okay, and I literally gave it to you, it's now yours.
I'm gonna need you to create a pocket trust, brother. Let me talk to you when you come on up here.
It's the same way as you create any trust. It's just called a different thing. Those are the trusts. These are the trusts that gangsters use.
Okay.
Because the Godfather, he'll have that thing right up in here, right. When he pass on, he'll say, "Oh, son, here's the Boom, there it goes. He now owns it.
Yeah, nice. For sure.
And guess what? If you put your deed to your house on a pocket trust, okay, good luck to the bank trying to foreclose on you.
Oh man, get them nuggets.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get them
Because
nuggets.
we're going to close on you, okay? All right. You can literally, I know that people say you can't take your property out of your name if the bank is financing it, okay? That's true for normal people. I ain't normal, all right? There is a law that allows you to do so. And so I can buy a house today with bank financing and transfer it out of my name today into a deed, a trust today, and the bank can't say nothing to me, all right? You put that thing in a pocket trust, okay? And if you, for some reason, don't make your payment, all right, in order for them to foreclose on you, they have to get this deed, right? Mm-hmm. Well, guess where it resides at? Right here. Right here. Right. Now, your house may not be recorded downtown, but that's okay. Because what do you think these cops and these politicians, their houses are put on? It's a different version of a pocket trust. Mm. So that way people can't find out where they live.
There we go. You know, but they always find some way to do something, bro. They always.
Oh yeah. I'm telling you, man, there is nothing you can't, because people don't understand the US is an actual corporation. Okay. Now, I'm gonna break it down to you. Okay. Now, I tell people all the time, I said, look, the best CEO we ever had was 45. Okay, Donald Trump. All right. In other words, the best president we ever had was the Donald Trump. Now, people say whatever they want to say. So I tell myself, okay, let's break down the structure of a corporation. All right. You have a CEO, right? Yep. Okay.
Right.
Now, each corporation has a board members, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Okay. They also have legal or HR. Legal or general counsel.
Right.
Okay. And if it's a public company, right, they're owned by shareholders. Okay. Mm-hmm. And each company has what's called they have bylaws, all right, that tells you how that company runs. Okay. That is the typical structure of a corporation. Right. Now, look at the US. Okay. The executive branch is a CEO branch of this company.
Right.
All right. Now, the board members, their one job is to what? Make the rules, right?
Right.
Right.
Well, who does that? Congress.
Yep.
Okay. The Senate and the House.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then whatever rules they want to pass, they consult with who? General counsel. Okay. The lawyers, the attorneys. Who's that? The judicial branch. Okay. Judicial. Exactly. Right. And what is our bylaws called?
Laws.
The Constitution. Exactly. So, and we as citizens, we are shareholders. We're either LLCs or corporations. Okay. So you tell me, does that structure not mirror exactly a corporate structure?
It does. It mirrors it exactly. I agree with you on that. I agree with you before you said that. I want to see how Trump, though, is the perfect, is the best CEO.
And here's why. Because the only person that can run a corporation is one that runs one now. All right. One thing that he did that a CEO would do in a company is reduce the company's overhead, or reduce the company's deficit. All right. He did that, I think, in his second or third year. When
now wait, whoa. Now hold on. You may be talking about some of his expenses for sure, but the deficit went up.
Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. There was a move that he did a couple years ago that outraged a lot of people. All right. And that was, see, I look for signs. All right. When you know certain things, you see certain signs, and that tells you what it is, right? So
Right.
when y'all remember when he shut the company down or the country down?
Yep.
Okay. That
Absolutely.
was a CEO move. Okay. Because as a company, all right, the country itself no longer was required to pay any what? Bills, i.e. salaries to workers. Okay. Now, the company itself was still taking on what though? Revenue, right? Okay.
Right.
That revenue had to go somewhere. Okay. It didn't go to expenses. It went to overdue it went to the overflow of expenses, which was the deficit. Every week that this company did not pay out any expenses, it reduced it from the deficit. Trump is the only president in the United States history to ever, in his term, during his term, reduce the country's deficit. Ever.
All right, man. So you know I'm gonna have to disagree with that one because I know during the 90s, remember Reagan blew that deficit up to first of all, he did that damn trickle down economics thing,
Yeah.
which never worked. And when Clinton left, he increased the taxes on the corporation and they had a surplus. Then George W. Bush came back. This is on the deficit. Then George W. Bush came back, removed the taxes and the increase on the taxes. And then we went back into trickle down. And then we went, as you know, 2008, man, was the apex of the fall and all the crap that happened then. So then Obama comes in. We never got to a surplus. I'm not going to say that Clinton is the only president that put us at a surplus, but he did get us out of a significant deficit. Well, a large portion of the deficit. We were still in the trillions of dollars. Now, Trump did it through shutdown. Now, I completely disagree with doing it through shutdown. I believe in the appropriation of taxes, but still, though, you know, if that's how a CEO prefers to do it, then he should certainly do it through a shutdown. Clinton, on the other hand, like I said, he did it. You know, I could tell you. So I was young in the 90s. Man, I was in 20s in the 90s. The economy was doing so well in the 90s. If somebody pissed me off at the job, I'd be like, "The hell with y'all! I have another job tomorrow." And literally, I would have another job in 2 or 3 days. You can ask my wife. She hated that. She hated that mindset that I had. But I'd be like, "Yo, I'm out. I'm finna get another job." And sure enough, I would have another job. Like literally, I can't even imagine. Like I don't remember applying or doing more than one interview, maybe but once. I think I did two interviews at some point in time. Other than that, I just did one interview and had a job. That's because the economy was you know, whistling back then. But when we when we did the so-called trickle down, that's when everything went to hell. And Obama didn't correct it, that's for sure. But when Trump let the government shut down, and that's the 4th shutdown. I think one happened under Clinton. Remember, Newt Gingrich shut it down.
Yeah.
Newt Gingrich shut it down with Clinton. Yeah. But that wasn't willing. That was Newt Gingrich like, I just want to throw a monkey wrench in the plan of whatever. So Newt Gingrich shut it down. I think there was a shutdown over the Patriot Act once before under George W. Bush about renewing the Patriot Act and some other stuff. I may be wrong. And I think there was a shutdown with Obama where they did the same thing with Mitch McConnell. But Trump willingly did that. You're absolutely right. And he reduced it.
And here's why. Every Congress-approved shutdown has provisions in place for the shutdown as far as who's not going to get paid. Okay.
Right. So no, that's true. Right.
Hey, if you're going to make me not get paid, how are you going to make it up in the end? Okay. That's a provisionally driven shutdown. What he did was not provisionally driven. All all right? Because if you have a provisionally driven shutdown, it kind of washes the whole thing out. His was just straight up, I'm shutting it down, and that's how it
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
It didn't give the appearance of, I mean, it gave the appearance of a reduced deficit, the provisional ones do, because there's a wash, but what he did was an executive order.
Right.
And that's
so
effect.
you're right on that, because Newt Gingrich and them, and even the ones with Obama, they had certain people that were still going to get paid. And then, but here's the thing though, those things created more debt because all they did was borrow from the Chinese. So it didn't necessarily reduce anything. But you're right, Trump's thing. But here's my question: my only question is, did he or did he not borrow money after that? So, because it was only shut down for a few days or what have you. Did he borrow money after that?
I didn't.
And my thing is, man, that's still with us. I mean, you looking at, we talk about global stuff like that. How we do, I mean, we do some of the same shit really in our own personal lives. You know what I'm saying?
On a micro scale, yeah.
On a micro scale.
Yeah, I don't believe he did borrow any money. I could be wrong, because that part I don't know. But because if he did, it surely would have been out there. So to my knowledge, I don't know. I could be wrong, and I may be wrong, but I don't know if he did or not. Well, because again, if he did, it's a wash on everything.
But see, man, that's like robbing Peter to pay Paul, in my opinion. That's how we. I mean, yeah, he shut it down, and he did stop it, but at the same time, did he hurt? He hurt families, he hurt other folk. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're a CEO and you're supposed to be looking out for the company and the people, I disagree with that from a human standpoint. Money standpoint, all right, I give you that, but that's on the technicality. I give you that on the technicality.
But he's still looking out for the people. You want to look out for the people. It's the people that have the most money in your company.
But here's the thing though. What expenses did he shut down? Did he shut down the military? Well, the military wasn't going nowhere. He certainly wasn't doing that, and he certainly wasn't going to cut out stuff for his. He certainly wasn't going to cut out stuff for his friends.
With a government shutdown, you cannot. A government shutdown doesn't affect the military and the police force. The country's protection. That. But don't do it.
But it does affect your educators. It does affect your firefighters. It affects everything else.
Every other. So yeah, I get it from a standpoint of job loss and income loss. Yes, it did do that. But there are lots of other things that are being done now that may not be creating job loss. All right, but it sure as hell is creating job aversion.
I agree with that.
And I think that's worse.
Well, okay, but here's the thing. This is why I want my granddaughter to be financially educated. Because, all right, so people are out here arguing right now. Mitch McConnell arguing about whether somebody needs to have $600 once a quarter is too much money for somebody I I don't want my granddaughter having to deal with that. Right, that's damn stupid. But at the same time, you got people who have been working at McDonald's. And see, man, this is a whole nother situation right here. You got people that's been working at McDonald's, and now the pandemic comes along. And in certain states, not Georgia, but in certain states, you got people that's like, I'm making more on unemployment than I did working at McDonald's. To me, that is I can't understand why I would go back to work. Why would I go work 40 hours and make less money when I can sit at home? And if you were smart, that's going to come to an end. That's coming to an end. If you were smart and you're making more money sitting at home, start you a business. Do something to flip your money. but do not go out and buy Jordans and all that other type of stuff. And do something for yourself. Get with you a financial advisor like us and start learning how to be your own bank. So I'm irritated with that, but I'm not irritated with it if you are financially wise. You know you got to go back to work soon. The government ain't gonna let you get away with that for much longer. If it I don't know about. I know Georgia.
I could have sworn they stopped it.
Yeah,
okay, they may have. I haven't been keeping up with
it.
They stopped the.
The problem is this.
I'm at the end of June. They said it was supposed to stop it.
Okay.
The problem is this. It's you can have the proper education, you can have the proper knowledge of what to do, okay? But if you don't know how to implement that thing, it's just as worse than not even knowing it. So the issue with most people, if not all people, you know, if you're not, and I'm not saying it to jab anybody, but if you are not financially free by age 40 or 45, okay, it does not mean you are living in the wrong country or at the wrong time, okay? It simply means one thing: you are working the wrong plan, okay? Because people, they don't understand that it's the plan that creates the money, okay? It's the process that creates the money. So you can always tell somebody that is hurting, okay? Ask them this simple question. It's the first thing I do. If I even talk about IUL, I ask myself, okay, do you know how much money? I don't even ask them how much they have to go towards retirement. I ask them, do you know how much money you need to retire? If a person doesn't have that answer, they are working the wrong plan, or at anything, they're not working a workable plan. Because what is the difference between working a plan and working a workable plan? A workable plan is a plan where you know the outcome. Every step, you know the result, okay? If your plan is not workable, because who would work a plan that have no clue what the outcome is? Damn near everyone in the US is working that plan. It's the wrong damn plan. Find a plan that you can work because you know what the outcome is every step of the way. That's called a workable plan.
Why do you think people are working a non-workable plan?
Because
if everybody in the world is doing it, somebody got to make them think that it's workable.
Into it. They're indoctrinated into it. Okay? It's the same thing as how a slave creates a slave. Everyone does the same damn thing. Go to school, get educated, get a degree, go to college, and get a job. Okay? People figure out they work the damn wrong plan too freaking late. Okay? It ain't enough to get a freaking job. It ain't enough to save money. It ain't enough to do all these small things. No, what plan are you working? If you can't tell me how much money you'll have in the bank at the end of the year, that's the wrong damn plan. Now, this IUL, that's the plan that you can work. Dude, put away $200 and it'll tell you this year, that year, that year, that year, that year. Just keep doing it. Keep working it. Keep working it. Okay? So people don't know how to create a workable plan. Because how do you work something when you don't even know how to create the result? Okay? And that is where the lack of education comes in. So it isn't enough just to get the education, right? Work it, okay? Create steps where you know, if I do, it's called cause and effect, okay? If this, then that. If this, then that, okay? It's the simplest way to get anything freaking done without thinking, right? Because it's the process that makes you money. Look, let me tell you something. The $200 a month you put into your damn, not you, some child's account in that IUL, that's not what makes the damn IUL work. It's the process.
Right.
It's the process, okay? Don't just want damn money, okay? Find a process that creates it. That's where the wealth is at. It's in the processes, not the damn money itself. All money is the result of a process worked. That's it.
Yeah. Now,
I like the way you talk, Trevor.
Yeah, man.
I like the way you talk.
Yeah. And you said something that really stuck with me just now. It's, when you were talking about knowing what you need, because that's where it starts. That's how you can, you can't do nothing. You can't work out nothing if you don't even know what you're working for or towards.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's important to get that understanding and knowing what you need. Like you said, if you go to the average person, like, do you know what you need to do you know the amount of money you would need for you to retire? They wouldn't be able, they wouldn't know. They wouldn't know how to think about it. And
every person you ask that question to, okay, they are a surefire IUL client if they can afford it. Because, dude, let me show you a plan that works then.
Right. Yep. For sure. Yep. And that's what, like you said, the education, they get that first and foremost, knowing what you need. Once you got that down.
If somebody was to ask Isaac's daughter or Isaac's son 5 years from now, your grandbaby, you know how much money she gonna need to retire? Yep, I sure do. I sure do. Oh, how you know? Because she on a plan that I work with plan.
Yep.
What's that called? IUL. You gotta get one. Call my daddy. Okay. If someone can, let me tell you something. People confuse complaining and having a problem too much. Okay, let me tell you something. If you cannot tell me what should be happening that's not happening, okay, you got no problem.
Yeah.
I think I think really the problem is that these people or individuals may not even be making enough money to initiate the plan. And then because we Fathers and Finance, I heard today we have the occupation of being a father, and that is making decisions or making the best decisions in moments where we don't know what to do. And a lot of times people are like Marcus, like you said, Trevor, they don't know exactly which way to go. Like you said, they don't have a plan on how to go. Or on top of that, they're embarrassed. And I look at that and say, would you rather be? You want to be embarrassed and get better, or do you want to be embarrassed and stay broke and stay in that type of lifestyle? You got to know that you want to live a better lifestyle, and if you do live a good lifestyle, or you're so fortunate enough that people that brought you into this world were fortunate to find something and they worked the plan. How do you enhance that? We talk about legacy a lot on this show, Fathers and Finance, and I'm happy for you, Isaac, because you get to see it. You got to that point where you're seeing it happen as well.
Sure.
But people say what you hate to hear is, I ain't trying to make somebody get rich off of my wealth or off of my hard work. Just mainly, I think the only reason that a person even says that is because they believe that they can't get or attain that type of wealth in their lifespan. And the thing about it is, you can.
Right.
You can do it very simply by joining the campaign.
I was going to say, add them streams.
Learning the education that we're talking about here on this show, joining the financial literacy campaign, being able to put money behind another plan, because this doesn't have to be your solo thing. Trevor does other things than this. I have 3 different other sources of income that come in besides WFG and World Financial Group, because I understand that, hey, even though I can be making $100,000 $1,000 a year with WFG. I know that I need multiple streams of income as well to attain where I want to be. And you just got to wake up. I want to simplify things for people. Simplify it all the way down to being, it's almost dumb, right? You want to be able to live a good life, correct? You want to be able to leave something behind. There's nobody I know that's in their kid's life that don't want to make sure that they're good.
Right.
Like, I want to know that they're doing good. And when I leave, I don't want to have any worries. That's correct. How do you solve these problems so that you can move your mind from thinking about, hey, I got a bill to pay, to I'm not worried about those things anymore? By getting financially educated and putting those plans in action, like Trevor said, if you don't know your number, go find it out. It's okay. We all didn't know our numbers. Huh?
We've been conditioned, Patrick. So what you were saying there, like a lot of people go, well, I'm good, you know, because my daughter or my son's got a good job. And that's what they got. And I don't need to leave them nothing. I don't want them to come up off my wealth or my death. And to me, that's the most ignorant thing, because how we've been conditioned is they're supposed to go to school, they're supposed to get a job. If they got a school, when the school got a job, then they're good.
All right. So I wanted to combat that. If I hear that, Timmy, right? I say, think about this. Think about the life you live. Think about the challenges that you face growing up, right? Do you understand that with us, if we're in our community, with us, if you have a little bit in any community, if you have money, certain things that affect normal people don't affect you, because you can throw money at it and you can say, hey, get that away from me. Let me move this way. Let me put a gate up. Let me fly over here, whatever the case may be. But if you live in a life, right, and you think about your kids, your grandkids, and say you're not too happy about the life that you live, understanding that if I'm able to make my family get out of this rut, let me get them out of this rut. Let me do what I can so that I don't have to, like my kids or my grandkids, they don't live this type of lifestyle no more. The lifestyle that I grew up, you know, Oprah, let's think about Oprah, right? For example, Oprah, the lifestyle that she lives, anybody that's in her family now will never live that. Ever live that in their life. They won't ever experience that type of life. The only way that they know anything about that is through her.
Man, let me tell you something, bro. When it comes to Oprah said something. This is right before she ended her show. She was doing some show on decorating the house, and she had some people on there. So she said, I went out and got these pillows, and these pillows weren't expensive. They were only $600. I was like, Negro, where do you buy $600 pillows at?
Right.
And what do they do? Massage your head while they sleep?
Thanks. I'm trying to puff around your damn face.
I was like, but the way she said it though, it was like they weren't much. It was $600. And first of all, I didn't even know that pillows cost more than, like, for me, an expensive pillow, I would have been like, a $50 pillow would be expensive. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. I didn't know that they made $600 pillows. So that's a whole different level right there, brother. I mean, that's an entirely different existence. I mean, that's absolutely crazy. That's like that meme they created.
Level better be unbelievable.
I know, right? I didn't even know that pillows cost. I'm like, what type of duck got killed?
Right.
Something. An ostrich.
Right. Right.
They had to kill an ostrich to make that pillow.
And for people that I know we were discussing how, you know, as far as, you know, the start to building a legacy and really knowing what you need. I'm not sure if any of you brothers brought it up, but we can easily show them the Formula 1020. You know what I mean? And that'll give you exactly what you need, not just for retirement, but your insurance needs for your family. You know what I mean? And really knowing that number, like Patrick said, you know, we all should know our number. And by knowing your number, you know you'll be able to game plan on how you can make that number happen. You know what I'm saying? And if you're looking for, if you're not working or have multiple streams of income, join our campaign. We're on a campaign to impact 30 million families by 2030. You know what I mean? We that's what we do.
And you guys have to understand, the people on this call, I know the format may may, I don't want to say cheap because it doesn't do that, but it may give you the wrong impression. But the individuals on this call are knowledgeable individuals that all we want to do is we don't focus on the money, okay?
Right.
Because the money will come if you work the process. And so the process for me, for Isaac, for Marcus, and for Patrick, okay, and for our producer Tanisha, is to help as many people as we can, and and not worry about anything else. And that's what we want to do, because when you do that, okay, when you help people first, the money will come. I try to be as humble as I can, okay, because I know how it is to not be, okay. But there are a few individuals that I talk to, and before they even talk to me, before they call me, before they text me, I don't care what the question is, okay? I value my time, okay? So there are people that actually pay me to talk to me. Even if it's for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I don't know what the question is, or I don't care. But I know this: if I have something that you need, to me, that's valuable to you, not to me, because I already got it.
Right.
Okay. So my mindset is I monetize everything, because I've learned that people just don't like free stuff. They do, right? But then they don't.
But they
so
don't.
Right.
It's amazing. And so if I can share my screen with you real quick, I want to show you something.
You telling the number the truth, bro.
And this is a client of mine. Okay, let me stop the share real quick. Don't get it on full screen, right? And when you look at it, right? Y'all see that?
Yeah.
Y'all see it? Now, what did he say right there?
Just sent you some money for your time.
Right? Okay. And we probably spoke maybe for 15 minutes. All right. This happens, guys, probably twice a week. Right? And it ain't cheap. Okay. To talk to me, they're gonna drop $1,000 in my account. So sometimes I'll be sitting there and my phone go off. Oh, somebody put $5 in your account. Okay, somebody needs some of my time. Somebody needs some of my knowledge. The things that we're giving you, all right, the like I said, the nuggets and the tips and the other people value it.
Yeah, for sure.
And they pay for it. Okay, I don't know too many people, right, that are average that would pay someone before they talk to them just to talk to them. Okay, and the questions and you won't believe what the topic was talked about.
What was it?
About the damn the NBA, the NBA thing. It's about basketball.
Yeah.
He paid me $1,000, okay, to ask my opinion about basketball.
Wow.
But that individual, okay, I took him last year. He was broke. All right, broke, crying about quarantine, crying about COVID. Okay, I coached him. All right, like how I do. Okay, finally in October, I said, dude, are you gonna take it seriously or not? Tell me what you want to do. He told me. Okay, he goes, Trevor, I want to make 6 figures a month in what I'm doing. Okay, how many times? He said every month. I said, okay, you gonna do it by when? As soon as you just do what I tell you to do. Do you know that same dude is making over $285,000 a month net? Okay, in what he is doing. All right.
Nice.
All because I tell you all the time, all right, I don't need to know your business. Okay, all I need to know is how you think, because how you think will be shown in your business.
Indeed.
Either you're confident or lack thereof. Because people don't understand that the only reason why their business don't make money is because they are afraid to make it money.
Come on now.
Your business is as dumb as you or as smart as you. Okay, it's as scary as you. It's as crazy as you. Your business is a mirror of you. So if your confidence sucks, your business confidence sucks. Okay, your business will always tell you what you as an individual need to work on. The business ain't got no damn brain. You're the brain. So if you're scared to do this and scared to do that, okay, scared to do this, scared to do that, well, your business will reflect it. And dude, if you can't spend money on yourself to help yourself, how can you expect your business to make you money?
Well, look, fellas, we got to close it up, man. We, as always, we tend to go over and get excited and get the financial Holy Ghost, which is all good. Plus, I gotta get on the road and see that grandbaby of mine. So I can't be hanging. I love y'all, brothers. I really do. But I love this baby girl more than I love y'all. So I gotta get home.
I know you longer, Isaac. I know you longer. How you gonna do?
Oh man.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I gotta go, man. Look, I'm Isaac. Oh, Tanisha, we got the contact this page up. How to get a hold of us?
Contact information.
Yeah, she put something in the chat.
Oh yeah,
she
she
did.
put the
Yeah,
survey.
so everybody's gonna do the survey card, and we'll be able to contact them in that way.
Right?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
sir.
for the people that tuned in. You know, for the guests that registered.
All right, guys. I will
Okay.
talk to y'all later, man.
We'll see y'all next week for sure.
See y'all next week. Papa is out.
Hey, Isaac. Hey, Isaac.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I want to contribute to your grandbaby's IUL, man. Okay, so let me know, all right?
Oh man.
Before we close, Tanisha, Tony, he wanted to drop the survey link again. So put that in there for us real quick, please, so he can get it.
Can you just copy and paste it right now?
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
I ain't even
Oh man. So nobody knows the history with Tanisha and Marcus, but that is hilarious to me at all times.
It's like two siblings bickering all the time.
Oh, that's like two siblings all day.
Every time they see each other, it's like on sight. On sight, first word.
Mr. Tony, I dropped it in the chat for you again, man.
Oh man. All right, guys.
All right, Isaac. See you later, brother.
See y'all later.
Yes,
Peace
sir.
and blessings.
Yes, sir.